I was talking to a business owner the other day, and we were talking about, just this concept of cash flow and how everybody hears that it's the most important thing in business, right? You've got to know it, you got to have it. And there's so much confusion around it. Nobody's looking at their cash flow statement. Nobody knows what cash flow is. So we're going to put on a two-part workshop turned into kind of a mini course centered around cash flow. And I just wanted to talk about what it is real quick and what we'll be covering. It'll be a two-parter. The first session will be more of a lecture format. We'll run through what cash flow is, how to calculate it, how to look at it, how to read a cash flow statement, right? So you know whether it's good or bad or whatever. And then we'll talk about managing cash, which I think is probably the most important element, the levers that you've got to pull to increase cash inflows, decrease cash outflows, and predict what's coming down the chute. And we'll talk through case studies, right? So companies that are in turnaround, companies that are highly levered, companies that are growing fast, right? So we'll talk about that, and we'll look at a couple different industries: service-based companies, product-based companies, manufacturing companies, et cetera. So we'll look at a variety of different cash flow statements. The second part of the class will be more of a workshop style format. So if you're taking this, you're a business owner, you want to manage cash flow, you want to drive cash flow, you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do. We're going to help build the core tools to manage cash. And what I'll say is having a good set of books isn't necessarily a prerequisite for this, right? So if you're looking at it and saying, "Oh man, I can't focus on this. My books aren't even that great yet." We will work on tools and methods that don't even require having a complete set of books, right? So I know that sounds wild. I know that sounds wild, but we will build all of the things that you need to manage and look at cash flow regularly without having a perfectly clean set of financials. So don't think that just because you're behind or you haven't reconciled or whatever that you can't benefit from this. So this is just kind of the outline right now. I mean, this is still in working mode, but we will talk about the fundamentals of cash. We'll talk about calculating it, right? The different methods to look at it and build it. We'll talk about what makes a good cash flowing business, what makes a bad cash flowing business, all the strategies to manage cash, and all the tools and concepts within that. And then we'll work through those case studies. So again, part one will be more of a lecture format. Part two will be workshop so that you can leave with your own cash flow model, your own cash flow forecast, so you can see what's coming down the pike in your own business. So hope you can join us.